Fitzy and Whipper.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah. Go behind the scenes of the AFL trade period in the Stan original documentary series, Show Me the Money. Now streaming only on Stan.
So the top three trending stories this morning in entertainment. Hailey Bieber has confirmed that she was hospitalised over the weekend with a blood clot in her brain, which is very scary. She started having stroke-like symptoms, was taken to hospital, the small blood clot had caused a lack of oxygen. Her body had passed the clot, so in the end she'd sort of recovered on her own but was in hospital under observation. The doctors have said that they think it is linked to the fact that Justin had COVID and a few weeks ago, and that it's probably related to that.
How
very
would that
scary.
be?
I don't know. To be honest, I think
Your partner has it, but then you get a blood clot.
Did she have?
I don't know. No, they never confirmed whether or not she did. He was on tour, but she's usually with him. So who knows? But either way, scary stuff.
I think people need to be very careful about linking other issues with COVID because I mean, there's
Pete Evans.
There's
It's a scare campaign.
it is because you don't, and at the same time you don't know, Sarah, so your mind does run. But I don't think it's fair, and it should be commonplace to go, here's something that happened to this person. Well, was COVID present? See the link?
Absolutely. Number 2, guys, Rebel Wilson, the BAFTAs are underway. She's hosting. Some mixed reviews about her opening monologue. She started by poking fun at her weight loss because she hosted the BAFTAs 2 years ago and obviously looked very different. This is a bit of it.
That was me 2 years ago, and since then I've done quite a transformation. I hope J.K. Rowling still approves. JK. Everybody's asking me, like, why did you lose weight? Well, clearly it was to get the attention of Robert Pattinson. Because you know what they say, once you go bat, you don't go back. Just joking. Guys, seriously, I did not lose weight just for a guy, as if I did it to get more acting roles.
I don't get the first joke.
So J.K. Rowling spoke out about transgender people over the it was sort of like the last 12 months. Perhaps she'd made some comments. People were then making statements saying she was homophobic and all sorts of stuff. So she's and poor Emma Watson, who plays Hermione, obviously in all the Harry Potters. Anytime you mention J.K. Rowling, they just flick the camera onto her as though she's got to be the authority on everything the author of those books says. Anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
I get
I don't
it.
know. I mean, not terrible. She made some jokes about being the next James Bond. I don't think that crowd was into it.
Sure, all right.
She's having a go. We'll give
Is
her
she
that.
happy though with the weight loss? Would be my
Well,
question.
she looks amazing, for goodness sake.
Is she happy,
really does.
I suppose.
And finally, guys, the number one story, this is sort of unfolding as we speak. Kanye and Pete Davidson. So this has escalated to a point that's a bit ridiculous. Pete Davidson uploading a photo, sending Kanye a photo of himself in bed saying, "I'm with your wife." And
So he's had enough, Pete Davidson, isn't he?
Well, but he's bouncing between. So this series of texts Kanye has screenshotted and uploaded. Pete's repeatedly said, let's keep this private, but is baiting him a little bit, like sending a photo.
Of course he's baiting him.
But then he reverses and says, look, I'm in LA, let's meet up. Let's talk about this privately. Kanye says, come to the Sunday service. And he says, no, I don't want to do this publicly. Stop making everything about having paps and pictures and things like that. Kanye's then jumped on social media this morning and uploaded some videos. I mean, he paints an interesting picture if this is true. So he says that his big beef is he's allowed to see his kids, but apparently Northwest, who's the eldest, keeps not coming to things, or he's just being kept from her. Anyway, he put this up just before.
So when we had the Donda 2 release in Miami, I got a flight for all my kids to come from Calabasas. Then assistant hit me and said, the kids are there. When the plane took off, I got a text from Kim that said, North won't be on the plane. This is the kind of stuff that's just like the Chicago birthday party. And I'm glad that y'all saw in the variety piece what I have to deal with.
I mean, that's, I don't know. I've not been in this situation, but if you've told all your kids are on a plane by a PA, but as soon as you take off, you get the text saying, actually, they're not, that stuff's not
great. The thing is, though, and Kim doesn't want to write back to Kanye because every message is then posted publicly. This is the thing, and I think Pete Davidson's had enough going, well, I know what's going to happen. He's going to show everyone, so let's just go for it.
Well, and he has gone for it. There are a lot of texts between
but Pete
the two
Davidson, don't get sucked in. Like, you're now looking like an idiot. When Kanye writes, "Where are you now?" and he sends back a shot saying in bed with your wife.
Well, no, see, I think the biggest
Like,
thing, and
you look
from
like
that
an idiot.
text exchange, Sarah, is that Pete Davidson is actually really worried about Kim and the kids' safety because
Yeah.
now Kanye is putting them really in dangerous territory.
And he says that, and he says in the text, "Hey, I've stopped Saturday Night Live from making jokes about you. They've wanted to the last few weeks. This needs to become a private matter, not a public one. We shouldn't be laughing at mental health. I've got mental health issues too. You know, rehab worked for me. Give it a go. Why don't, we talk about it?" So he sounds like a good guy. This is just an ugly one.
If there's any silver lining, the new Yeezys came out on Friday. Got myself a pair of the
they
new
good?
Yeezy slides. Yeah. Respect, man. They're really good.
Slides.
Yeah, slide on in, guys. DM me.
Fitzy and Whipper.